Cuckoo.
You already there. Your problem is this and stuff. You don't want to give up the goal. You're talented. You just don't want to give up.
Cuckoo. Hey. Say hi, mommy. Say hi, baby. Let's go. I'm introducing you to my co-host, Olani Alvarado. I am your host, Magdalena Soto, aka Aunt Maggie. Say hi, mommy. Say hi. Right there, look. Say hi. No, over here, mommy. Look. Right there and right there. Say hi, Titi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Hi. Oh my gosh, she's mesmerized by the light of the microphone. Tata. What? What?
Ask the question again, please. What do you do on the days that you don't feel like? So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm way past that. Every day I feel like.
Yes.
Every day I feel like giving my wife the best life.
Every day. You make a decision, guys. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Get in here. Get in here. Welcome. 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 I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day today. Happy Taco Tuesday. And I hope and pray that everything went fantastically well for you today. Because today and every day should be a good day. Hi, Barbara. How you doing? Did you see the baby? Did you take the peek on the baby? I guess I don't have to use this, right? What happened, Titi, here? All right. I guess she wants to do the live with me today, guys. So I'm going to introduce myself. I am Magda Ines Soto, a.k.a. Aunt Maggie, your humble servant to here to serve you in any shape, way, and form. This is my co-host, Olani. She's crying and having a little fit there in her little crib because she wants to be up here with me. And you know what's the funny thing? Is that she knows that I do this every day. This is my episode 95 and 42 on YouTube. And she comes over here just by herself every time she comes straight to my office because I guess she wants to do the same thing I do, which is perfectly fine because as long as she's spreading joy, happiness, positivity, inspiration, elevation, and speaking about the word of God, I will be the happiest auntie ever if she wants to follow by my examples, you know? So, very quickly, I hope you all are doing well. I hope you had your tacos today. I know I had mine. And today was an interesting day. I went to a doctor's appointment and I lost 15 pounds. And by I'm not trying. I'm just minimizing my food and walking. I'm not doing a lot of exercising, but I am walking and being a little more active. So, yay for me. But it's okay, baby. Today I came across something that is called, the topic today is owning our power. Owning our power. And it says like this: don't you see we don't have to be victimized by life, by people, by situations, by work, by our friends, by our love relationships, by our family, by ourselves, our feelings, our thoughts, our circumstances. We are not victims. We do not have to be victims. And that is the whole point. Yes, Admitting and accepting powerlessness is important, but that is the first step. An introduction to this business of recovery. Later comes owning our power, changing what we can. This is as important as admitting and accepting powerlessness. And there is so much we can change. She's getting distracted. Yeah. There's so much we can change. There's so much we can change. We can own our power wherever we are, wherever we go, wherever we are with. There are things we can do. We can speak up, solve the problem, use the problem to motivate others and ourselves to do something good. We can make ourselves feel good. We can walk away. We can come back on our own terms. We can stand up for ourselves. We can refuse to let others control and manipulate us. We can do what we need to do to take care of ourselves. That is the beauty and the reward, that crown of victory we are giving in the process called recovery. It is what, and it could be recovery of whatever. It doesn't have to necessarily be recovery of drugs and alcohol. It can be recovery of codependency. It can be recovery of depression, anxiety, recovery of food, recovery of a mental obsession. Anything you put in your own terms in what recovery means for you. It is what it's all about. If we can't do anything about the circumstance, we can change our attitude. We can do the work within courageously, face our issues so we are not victimized. We have been given a miraculous key to life. We are victims no more unless we want to be. Freedom and joy are ours for the taking, for the feeling, for the hard work we have done. Today, I will remind myself as often as necessary that I am not a victim and I do not need to be victimized by whatever comes my way. I will work hard to remove myself as a victim, whether that means setting and enforcing a boundary, walking away, dealing with my feelings, or giving myself what I need. God, help me let go of my need to feel victimized. And I just had to read this for you guys because I can remember a time when I was abused. I felt victimized for a long time. You see, I was a kid. I didn't know any better. But I felt victimized because I thought that it was my fault. And I kept blaming myself. And it was until I started working with a therapist, I started working with a psychologist, and I started reading and educating myself about what codependency is, what depression is, what anxiety is. I started learning about what was going on with me. Because, see, we can't change anything if we don't know what it is. Yes, when you go to a doctor and you tell them that you're sick, they over medicate you and they just throw medications at you, but they don't really get to the root of the problem. And that is the number one problem with the health system, I believe. They don't really get a chance because I don't know if it's they don't have no time, they running behind because they always seem, especially now, that they're short of staff. They don't really have time to sit and get to know you like a long time ago. Years ago, doctors would really sit and really get to know you so that they can find a way to help you. That doesn't happen anymore. They just want to, okay, I'm going to prescribe you this, that, and the other. And then you don't know any better. You end up going home, taking all these medications that you really don't need. So it'll fix one thing, but then it will destroy something else. It will fix the racing thoughts, but it will damage your liver. It would damage your pancreas. It would damage some other thing in your body. And we don't even know this stuff because we don't learn what the root of the problem is. So it wasn't until I started learning the root of my problem and I decided that enough was enough, that it was not my fault. It was not my fault. And when I learned to let go of that feeling, that is when true recovery started to happen for me. Because for a long time I felt victimized and I just kept going back and I just could not realize or understand why I kept relapsing, why I kept destroying myself. Because I didn't love myself for one. I didn't know that we are the temple of Christ. I didn't know these things. I never went to church. I didn't even know too much about God when I was in active addiction. So when I was gifted this book, The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beatty, and it's a devotional. Like every day will give you something different. But this is for you to deal with codependency because I suffer from codependency as well. Used to. Because little by little, I learn more and more about the root of my problems. And I can only hope and pray that one day, if you are suffering with anything that is going on, tra- tragedy in your life, you can find the root of the problem and you reach out. Too many times, people end up suiciding themselves, taking their lives away because they were too afraid to reach out. They were too afraid to speak up and raise their hand. Why? Because a lot of times our family threatens us that whatever happens in the house stays in the house. And we not dare say anything outside of the family, outside of the circle. So they sometimes don't know how to speak up because their speaking up was taken and ripped away from them. So they had to learn how to stay quiet. And so this is why I come and I do my lives every day. And sometimes I struggle with what to talk about, come up with topics. Sometimes I struggle because I feel tired and I just don't want to do it. But the Lord tells me that the days that I don't want to do it is the days that I need to. Because it doesn't matter if anybody likes your video, they share your video, or they don't even watch it. One day, when time comes, they will come across it and they can see it and know that they're not alone. Know that there are other people that go through the same things we go through, but we just don't know where to find them, where to look for them. That's why I come and I say share the video, because you just never know who really needs the inspiration, elevation, motivation, and a little bit of word of God. You just don't know who really needs that pick me up for them not to commit what they want to do. The world is suffering. This is what happened to me yesterday. The only thing I put on the post was, if God is in control, can I get an amen? Some lady, I don't know who it is, and God bless her soul, because people are suffering, was so angry that she said that the community that they had shared it wasn't a community where if I was preaching. That's not even preaching. If we're going to talk about preaching, when I speak and when we have a dialogue here, that's kind of preaching. But a post is really not preaching. It's just saying God is in control. She was so angry and she let me know how angry she was. And I told her, I said, I love you, sister. And I send you love and blessings. She came back at me and said, I am not your sister. And she blocked me. That hurt my heart, not because of what she said, but because the suffering that she must have inside of her that she's so angry. Sometimes when people lash out at you, it's really not about you. It's about what they going through inside. They're hurting so much that all they know how to do is lash out at somebody who has no idea what's going on in their lives. But I still send her blessings. I still said I love her and I send her joy. I didn't need to apologize because I didn't say anything to offend her. I called her a sister. And aren't we all sisters and brothers? We were all created in the image of the God. So we are all brothers and sisters in some way, shape, and form. I call everyone sister and brother. Why? Because that is the way I love. That is the way I can spread my joy. That is the way I can spread my gratefulness to each and every one of you. I have a lot of love to give. It was very unfortunate that I don't have kids. But God bless me with nephews and nieces. So I can pour out my knowledge, my wisdom, my leadership, my joy, my happiness to the kids, to the generation that's behind me. So that when they grow up, they don't grow up feeling angry, feeling miserable, depressed, and whatever the enemy wants to think that you have. Whatever the enemy throws at you, because sometimes he throws certain things at you that you because that you just say, "Oh my God, where did this come from?" Because the enemy doesn't want to destroy you. He knows he can't, but he will discourage you and distract you. He can't destroy you because God will never give him that permission. But he know he can distract you. And if I was to get distracted by what that lady said, I would have had reacted instead of responding. We would have been arguing back and forth. But we have to be careful because the enemy can transform in many different ways to get you distracted, to get you out of your joy, to steal your peace, because that's his job. His job is to make you feel doubtful, to make you feel fearful. But he's a liar. I'm here to confirm that he is a liar. You are everything you need to be, and everything you want is as close as your skin. We just have to find ways into reaching it. And the only way you can reach whatever you can dream and desire is by having gratitude, by sitting in gratitude every single day. Because if you opened your eyes, he's not done with you yet. And if he's quiet with an answer, with a prayer that you have asked, it's because he's waiting for you to deserve it. Because sometimes he can give you something now, and if you're not prepared, you can lose it. It's like if you ask your dad when you're 5 years old to get the keys of the car, will he give you the keys to go drive the car? No, because he knows that you can kill yourself. You can have an accident. Well, that's how our Father acts with us. If he knows we're not prepared, he will not give us the blessings for us to fail. He will not set us up for failure. He will give it to us when we're ready. So if you are asking for a prayer and you haven't received it yet, it's coming. It's coming. He's just waiting for the perfect time. He's so good. He's so good to us. He's such a good, good father. I have 5 things here that I would love for you to hear. Number one, discipline has a better attendance record than inspiration. I'm going to repeat that again. Number one, discipline has a better attendance record than inspiration. Number two, in order to lead the orchestra, you must turn your back to the audience. Number three, being more assertive can help you to avoid being resentful. Number four, today is the tomorrow that you worry about yesterday. And number 5, you suffer more than necessary when you suffer before is necessary. Those were 5 powerful notes that I got out from a book. And I said, this is a must for me to tell my audience, my brothers and sisters in my life, so they can have a little bit more understanding about what's going on. Because you see, when someone helps us open our eyes, when I ask God, God, please open my eyes for me to see and my ears for me to listen. That's what He does. And once you open your eyes and you expand your brain, you can never go back to not knowing. Because sometimes we just don't know what we don't know. And so we don't know how to respond or react at certain times because we just don't know. But if you are listening to someone who is learning and you are getting the little bit of value, the value that that person is pouring on you, you're opening your eyes. And so your brain expands. And so once your brain expands, you can't go back to shrinking it because now you know. And that is my goal. This is my goal when I come here. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. Thank you, family, for always, always supporting me, coming, coming in and getting value. If I ever offended anyone in my life or just in person and anywhere, please forgive me because it's not how I want to live my life. I don't like to have enemies. I don't like to be resentful. I don't like, I am God's humble servant, and I take that very serious. And so I am changing my ways. I am not perfect, but I am changing my ways to be a better me, to be a better version of myself. Ah, my friend Barbara said that my ministry is causing her to grow. So I thank you. I thank you, Barbara, because I've known you for a long, long time. And you know that I wasn't like this. And then we were years in between that we didn't see each other again until recently. And so after we met and I left, that I disappeared, it wasn't a good disappear. I really hit rock bottom and I just was reckless with myself and my life. So for you to say that right now, hi Doreen, for you to say that right now is gold for me, it means the world to me because you've seen me years ago. In fact, I believe it was maybe 10, 15 years ago. But you'd never seen me in my rock bottom. So this side of me is a new person. So I felt like I revived again. Doreen, I love you, baby. Welcome, welcome, Doreen. You love this? Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love. And I throw it right back at you, honey, because this is how we receive the blessings when we love and we are ready to receive back the love. When my mentor says, are you ready to receive the love? I really didn't know what that meant until now because you guys love me as much as I love you. And I am so grateful for you all. I truly, truly am so grateful for you all because I know that the Lord is putting in my path the people that will be with me through the long run, that will be with me, that we can grow together because that's the ministry that I'm doing here. This is the ministry, a ministry of growth, inspiration, elevating, motivating you to live this beautiful life that the Lord has made because He made the whole universe. And then when we know how to work the way He wants us to, where we can have whatever we can think or imagine. I was blessed with a position that I was not even looking for. And I am getting, not to make any income claims, but I am getting 3 times more than what I was doing at my other job, and a huge, a big title. And I'm blessed, but I didn't apply for that. I didn't look for that. That looked for me. So it brings me to this. When you align yourself with God's alignment and God's love, things will just start coming for you because it will find you. You don't have to look for it, it will look for you. But you have to open your arms, open your hands to be able to receive that. I love you all. I love you all. Thank you for your support. But I'm going to leave you like I always leave you. If you believe, you can achieve. I love you. Good night. Good night. Good night. Tomorrow, I probably start 1 hour early. I probably start at 8 because at 9 o'clock, I have a meeting, a Zoom meeting. Woo! Doreen, she just got a new job as well. Let's go, Doreen. I love it. We must connect, honey. You are here in Rochester, so let's go off a coffee and catch up. I would love that, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys, like, share, comment. I have my YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Support a sister out. And good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna send out a post, just like a reminder that it will be 1 hour early tomorrow because at 9 o'clock I have a Zoom meeting and it's kind of important. So thank you guys. I love you all. Good night. Good night, YouTube.